All right, I am here with Bo Snerdley of the Rush Limbaugh Show, live at the Louis Gohmert event. Bo, great to have you here. You seem to be the most popular person here, and that's harder to put thing with Phyllis Schlafly around.
Phyllis Schlafly was just so awesome, and there are a lot of awesome people here tonight. Some of the candidates that are running for office are incredibly energetic, and of course all conservative. So this is a fun gathering.
Now, I had asked you a question during the Q&A, and you talked about the years of experience you had in radio. Did you ever think it would get to this point where you would be a headliner at places like this?
No, but I didn't think it wouldn't be. I never really focused on that. I focused on the work of it. I still love what I do, and so that's what I focused on. The rest of the stuff is fun, and it's all of that, but it's not what drives me. I never wanted to be really famous, so fame is not a big attraction for me. What makes me pleased with radio is radio itself working. As I was telling these guys over here, I talked to you earlier, I feel so blessed. I work with the single greatest broadcaster in our history, in the history of this country. And that's an awesome thing. What Rush Limbaugh did is phenomenal. When he came on the scene, people were actually talking about AM radio as being a
dying medium.
Yeah, a dead medium. We were cracking jokes about it, those in the radio business. And he single-handedly saved that business. And not only that, he spawned, and look what happened after he did the books. After that, conservative books took off. And that became this guy is phenomenal. When you have a chance to work around greatness every single day of your working life, it's a blessing. And so I feel like and before Rush, let me just say, in all fairness too, Rush is the greatest broadcaster to me that I've, in my lifetime, that we've seen. But I've worked with great broadcasters my entire life. In the music side, I worked with people in the music industry with no names like Dan Ingram, Ron Lundy, Jerry Bledsoe, Gary Imhotep Bird. These guys are all, in whatever field they are, at the top of their profession. I had a chance to work with all of these guys at some point. So I feel like my life has just been on cloud nine for most of my life, for most of my working life. And that's what jazzes me.
The thing that's most important about Rush is that he encourages people to stand up and fight, just as Phyllis was talking about fighting against the ERA at a time when no one thought it could be stopped. It's sort of like conventional wisdom is always right up until the moment it isn't.
And one of the things, if you listen to Rush long term, he will tell you, and he says repeatedly, is that he does not go in for conventional wisdom. And that has been, it's been amazing. There have been times watching, and he also can predict pretty well. I remember when he first started talking about SUVs as being threatened, it sounded ludicrous. I mean, who in the world would want to get rid of a most successful car? And now we've seen it happen. You see it happen in so many societal things years ahead of the curve, where you can see the stitches on the fastball, know what's coming, predict accurately what's going to come. And the thing about it is, when it gets here, no matter how many times it's won, you're still surprised by it.
Well, normally I end interviews by saying, where can people find you? But I don't think there's many people in the world who don't know where they can find you.
Check your local listings for the Rush Limbaugh Show.
Bo Snerdley, thank you so much for your time.